What's going on, everybody? Back at it again. It is October 11th, and as you can see, I'm out at the farm doing a bunch of work today, but we just got back from a 10-day trip. Went down to Alabama and kind of boondocked, stayed for a night about halfway, got up the next morning, headed down to Florida, and boom, started raining. Rained for 4-5 days straight, and I don't mean like Florida rain where it rains an hour and then it's beautiful. No, torrential downpours for like the first 4 days, and of course now the wind's going to pick up. Hopefully that's not disrupting my video here, but had a great time nonetheless. Stayed out in Navarre, Florida, out of the National Seashore. Just one of our most favorite places so far. But headed back to the farm here. Excited to get back in the woods and get after these deer. Let this place rest for a couple weeks now. So came out, filled feeders. Feeders were empty. Changed batteries, pulled cards, put more cameras out, and then came out and just put in this Tinks mock scrape. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. But I got that on a 5-day drip, and that's one of the coolest things about this bottle is it only drips during daylight hours, and then it'll drip based on how many days you want that to drip. So I plan on coming back out here to hunt on Friday. I'm going to sit in this stand. I've got a persimmon flat over here, and it is dropping persimmons like acorns. So all the ground over there is covered in persimmons. They're ripe. I tried to eat 2 of them. They're still a little bitter, but I think they're good enough for the deer. Moved that camera from over there to over here, getting a ton of intel. So I'm gonna try to move this this buck in up here. But got the mock scrape. I went ahead and did a rub over here on this tree. But I did a mock rub, got a mock scrape, got a camera. Ooh, better go over there and turn that on. By the way, that's good information. Make sure you don't forget to leave your area and turn the cameras on. So cameras on, counting down. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'm gonna let this thing rest until Friday. And then Friday morning, first thing, I'm gonna be back in this tree stand over here, hunting this persimmon flat. It's also got some oaks, so it's dropping acorns all in here too. I mean, they're just, you can see here. Sorry about the sun. Time of day I'm coming out is getting a lot of sun glare, but got a lot of oaks in this area, tons of persimmon trees. There's like 14 persimmon trees in here. So dropping persimmons all in this area. It's also where I have the mineral site. They're tearing that up. So I think I've made a pretty good spot. Got the transition out of the bedding area. Good stand placement, mock scrape, mock rub, persimmon flat, oaks. So we're gonna come in here Friday morning first thing and hunt this. All right, good morning, everybody. It is October 15th, so it is Friday, and I took the day off after being in business meetings out of town for the past 2 days. So I'm headed out to one of my favorite public land spots, and haven't been out here all year, haven't scouted, don't know nothing what this place looks like, but I'm gonna hike in, pop up a blind on this little food plot, and get all set up, and hopefully I'll get on one of these bucks. It is 69 degrees right now, so not ideal weather conditions. Supposed to start raining here right between 9 and 10 this morning. So the hope is these deer are up and moving around prior to that rain that's moving in this afternoon. So gonna go ahead and gonna go ahead and get out here and try this thing this morning. Unfortunately, DeerCast has it as poor conditions, but we'll see. And if it's not pouring too bad, I'm gonna head out to the farm, drop some corn, and check the camera, so on and so forth, and get ready for tomorrow morning's first muzzleloader season here in Kentucky. So guys, I hope you continue to tune in, and I will hopefully be bringing you some really good footage here before too long. Stay tuned. Good morning. Whew, I'm already exhausted, and took off yesterday. So today is October 16th, Saturday. So I took off yesterday and headed out to some public land, got on a food plot. I was pretty excited about my opportunity. Had that light drizzly rain pretty much all morning, but I didn't even see a deer. Literally the first time I've been skunked all year. So no luck out there. Came back off, went to another track about 2 o'clock on that public land piece. Hiked in 2.1 miles on an area I found last year during Matt and I's last hunt. I scouted basically during that hunt, just still hunted for about 10 miles. And I come across this area. It's a bedding area. It's on the back of an old foundation of a building. But I'm saying it's probably about a 6-acre bedding area, and then there's this logging road that runs off and runs this ridge line for probably 4 miles, and just beautiful. I mean, as soon as you get up to it, you can just smell deer. And so I've been thinking about it and how I was going to hunt it, and all year. So I hiked back there and put all my stuff up, got my stand placed. I got some mock scrape about 4 yards from an actual community scrape that's already being hit, had fresh everything in it. So really excited, got everything set up, got my cameras all done, and I'm going to leave. And at the end of that logging road where it takes an L turn, there's a cell camera. I'm like, of course there is. Someone else is as crazy as I am. It's going to hike back here and get down into this bottom. But either way, it's public land hunting, and whoever's there in the morning first gets to hunt it. And that's what I'm going to bank on. But really excited about that. So I'm going to get out here today, put the old smoke pole in my hand, and hopefully increase my odds at getting one of these big bucks. But unfortunately, I say big bucks, I don't have any bucks on camera on this property since the 29th of September. None. Even the big bully buck, the big 8, big slick 8. Last picture I have of him was the 29th, which I think is a good thing, because this deer has literally roamed this entire farm. Every single time I do a card pull, he's on every card, every camera. And so I think he's just so dominant and pushing these other bucks from coming in here and utilizing this area. So if he's moved on and found a new fall range, hopefully that'll be good for me, because I've got a ton, and I mean a ton of does out here. More than likely I'll probably take a doe this weekend. So guys, I'm gonna get back here. It's about I don't know, 800 yard hike up to the stand. I'm gonna be overlooking both fields here. So pretty excited about today. It dropped. It's now 53 degrees. Yesterday morning when I hiked in, it was 70 something degrees. So it's dropped 20-25 degrees out. Deercast has it as great conditions all weekend, which I think they just know it's muzzleloader season here and they want people to go hunt, so they say it's great. But either way, it just rained all night, so the rain is basically just now stopped, and it's supposed to be blue skies and high pressure the rest of the day. So really excited about today. Like I said, continue to tune in. Hopefully I'm bringing you some great deer footage here before too long. Stay tuned. Well, as you can see, I made a move. No luck this morning. I had 5 doe come in from about 30 minutes prior to sunup, right before even gray light, and they were out in that field. And then another little small group of does, and then 2 fawns came into that corn pile that's right behind that tree stand, but no bucks. So about 10:30, I got down, and I mean, the cameras that were within walking distance, so I think I checked 4 cameras. Not a single buck on any camera on that farm right now. And at the end of the day, I mean, you just can't hunt something that's not there. I mean, I'm not saying that the bucks are just maneuvering around the cameras. Obviously, we've all seen that happen, but I'm not seeing any sign. I'm not seeing any rubs, scrapes. They're not hitting my mock scrapes. The feeders are barely getting touched. The corn piles are barely getting touched. So I just bounced out of there and headed out to the drop zone. It's about an hour drive, but haven't been out here all year. Well, I take that back. We came out and did spring turkey season, but haven't been anything for deer hunting. Haven't come out here and cut any lanes or anything. So my plan was to hunt this field like I did opening day of Modern Gun last year from the barn. So I was going to haul out a couple 100 pounds of corn out into that field, set up my cameras, and set up in that barn tonight. I get here, and the guy that the farmer or the owner contracted to cut the hay decided that today's the day he's going to cut the hay. So you might be able to hear the tractor running up there now, but I mean, it's almost 3. I don't really have much choice, so I headed down in here. I set this stand up 2 years ago. I've only hunted it once or twice. It's real tight quarters, but usually I can see pretty good during gun season, but there's just so much foliage still on the trees that I'm not going to see these deer until they're up close and personal tonight. So I think it'll work with him up in the field. I think that's going to force these deer to come this way. So who knows? I don't know what's out here. I have no intel. I haven't run a camera. I know this part of the country has some big bucks. I've seen some big bucks out here, but just from the distance that it is, I don't get out here nearly enough. So guys, I'm tired. I'm settling in here, and we're gonna hopefully make something happen tonight. But I can't tell you I've got a really good feeling about it, because I don't know. I don't know what's running around out here or what's not. So, and like I said, when I see them, they're gonna be within, at the furthest, 30 yards out, probably more like 15 to 20 yards. So it's gonna be a barrel shot. I'm glad I have this over-under mount. But either way, we're gonna sit here and hang tight. Hopefully something comes walking by, because I can't get out in that field because he's up there mowing. So fingers crossed. Hey, good morning, everybody. It is October 17th, so it's Sunday, and I did not go out and hunt this morning. Well, I say this morning, it's 9:30 now, but I wanted to come out and get the blind set up on this tower, and then I'm actually going to come back tonight and actually hunt this blind. But last night, after the fiasco with the guy cutting the hay, he got out of there about an hour and a half before sunset. And then I was like, okay, it's going to give the deer plenty of time to, get up, get on their feet, start heading my way, whatever it might be. And about 30 minutes in prime time, right before sunset, here comes some trespassers on a side-by-side right down the wood line, about 100 yards at the top of that hill. And I heard them talking first before I actually heard the side-by-side. That's how loud they were being. And the crazy part is they literally had to drive right past my truck, right past the no trespassing sign, because it's the only way to access that property, unless they climb that thing up a huge cliff. But yeah, just frustrating. So I grabbed all my stuff as quick as I could. I ran to the top of the hill and got up there, but they were already gone. So I don't know, this place is out there pretty far, and it's just really frustrating when people don't respect other people's boundaries and there's no trespassing signs for a reason. It's not your property. Stay the freak off of it. But get off my soapbox now. Obviously I didn't have any success last night, and the grind is already starting to get to me. So here it is, past halfway point of October. I don't have any good target bucks on camera. I'm just now getting set up out on the public land piece that I hunt, and that was the first time out there, and again, no intel out there. So really, I am truly hunting blind right now, and it's a scary point to be at halfway through October. So long story short, we're going to keep putting it in here. I'm going to check these cameras on this side of the property. I'm going to get this blind set up, but I'm making this video so I can actually show you some tips and tricks that I use when setting my blind up to keep it in place and to keep it from getting stolen from any trespassers that might come on this property. So continue to hang in there with me. So it's October 24th and it's right at 11 o'clock. Climbed in here early this morning. Sat through a rainstorm, and then right as the sun was coming up and that rain dissipated, had a doe and 2 yearlings come out to the field. And that's been it. So, I mean, deer cancer has it as okay conditions today, but it's supposed to be good from 11 to 1. So I've got a camera right down here, and I'm gonna sneak to, and it's about 20-25 yards up this wood line here, and it's overlooking a fresh scrape that I found last time I did a card pull. So I'm gonna slide up here and see if I've got any intel and if it's worth sitting in here the rest of the day or not. But guys, I'll tell you, the October lull, I mean, I know it's a big controversy. Some people say it doesn't exist. I don't know what else to explain, but this has been one of the roughest Octobers that I've ever had in recent memory. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out. Like I said, I'm gonna slip down here and grab this this card. But anything I find on that, you can check that out on the next episode. So guys, continue to tune in. If you haven't got down there and smash that subscribe button already, make sure you get that. You're not gonna want to miss the rest of this season. And then until next time, wake up and hunt.